It's Jonathan Ella. Dennis, you're welcome to Eyewitness News. Musa Dankwa says John Mahama has won it 52% and your boss 41%. And he says that he has tried to push as much as he can, stretch it to the farthest limit for Dr. Bawumia, but still he does not see a Dr. Bawumia president-elect after December 7, based on everything he has done for the past months, past weeks, and past days. What's your reaction as a campaign to this announcement?
Well, I mean, nobody expected anything different from what Musa has put out. This is not the first time he's doing these skirmishes. I mean, if Musa is bringing out a pool, you don't expect anything other than to predict for John Mahama. Basically, this is somebody that supports Mahama. This is somebody whose views and opinions publicly supports Mahama. And so if you ask Miracles to go and conduct a poll on these elections, surely I'm a biased person, and I'll skew it towards Bawumia, and that's exactly what Musa Dankwa's polling is all about. I mean, is it not strange that of all the polls we have had for this 2024 elections, it is only Musa Dankwa's poll that predicts for former President Mahama, and ridiculously so, give some outrageous percentages to the former president. It's only Musa Dankwa. If I look at the figures Musa Dankwa has put out, then basically what Musa is saying is that a former president is winning this elections by about 2 million votes. It doesn't make sense. Where is he going to get those 2 million votes from? Where is he going to get those 2 million votes from? It doesn't make sense. But we are not surprised. This is somebody who brought a poll and said that the NDC is winning, or John Mahama is winning Oforiku by 99%. He did it. He said it. It's still out there publicly that John Mahama is winning by 99%. The man has no credibility. His polls are biased. They are skewed. I keep saying that he's simply, the closest description is a lotto doctor, a lotto forecaster, and that is what it is. You can't take that away from him anyway, because it is within his right to also do what he has to do to support a candidate that he's so much passionate about.
Dennis, it's interesting that you attack the credibility of the pollster, and I deliberately asked him the question about his credibility. He said he has no support for either parties. He has consulted for the NDC and consulting currently for your government, where he was involved in the Ghana card production. So he says his credibility is very intact. Now, you have also said he's the only one predicting for John Mahama, but we have seen Fitch, we have seen EIU, all of them predicting for Mahama. How then do you question the credibility of this gentleman by saying he supports John Mahama? Do you have any evidence to show his support for Mahama?
Let me do that second. Let me take your final bit first. First of all, Fitch and EIU hasn't done any such thing. They only referenced Global InfoAnalytics report. Let's put that on record. Fitch has not conducted any poll in these elections. Fitch simply referenced Global InfoAnalytics polls. That's what they did. So it's the same thing. It is
I'm looking at the story we published on November 17.
Yes. Go and read again.
It does not mention that they are.
I'll send the report to you. It does. Go and read the Fitch report. It does. The Fitch report referenced Musa Dankwa's survey. Fitch has not conducted any polls on this 2024 election. That is fact. So we'll go and check it again. Let's now move to Musa Dankwa.
How about EIU?
Same. Go and read it. Same. Go and check.
Okay, so you're saying that the base of their data is from Global InfoAnalytics and not independent data.
No, sir, you know me. Umaru, you know me. I don't just make things up. I'm telling you for a fact. It's in the report. I have the copy of the report. I can WhatsApp to you. But let's move on. Now, okay. Musa Dankwa's credibility is important. I mean, every pollster, your credibility is about 90% of the reports you are putting out. Because if you are biased, like I am, towards Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and I publish a poll tomorrow, I mean, which sensible person will take my poll? Because clearly I'm going to put out a poll that is skewed towards Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and that's exactly what Musa Dankwa has done. Musa Dankwa has provided no consultancy to the MPP. He should never say that.
He said he did the Ghana card with Professor Tefa. He was in Parliament with Professor Tefa to
Ghana card. Do you know Yaira Koku of the NDC?
Yes.
Yaira Koku actually was working at the National Identification Authority as a key IT person when it comes to Ghana card and National Identification Authority. So Yaira Koku can bring out a poll, and then his defense for being independent is that Yaira Koku, was working at the National Identification Authority when we came to office. When we came to office, go and check. Yaira Koku is in pictures taking the Professor Atefua and officials of government around National Education Authority. Who can publish a post tomorrow, and his defense is that he's independent simply because he worked at the National Education Authority. Certain meetings. He himself has not denied it. He has admitted that indeed there were occasions that he was in NDC strategy meetings. He has admitted to that.
Oh, where did he make this admission?
Oh, he said it publicly. In fact, I've even been on big issue with him on Citi TV where he's tried to explain how he found himself in that meeting. He's done it. He's explained it. So, I mean, there's no running away from it. In any case, it is not a big deal if you decide to do a hatchet job for your political party. But think about it. Let's be a bit realistic and give some respect to the sensibilities and the intelligence of the Ghanaian people.
I do know that
exactly what Musa is failing to do.
I do know that the BNI, they've changed the name now. I don't remember the new name, but
NIB,
they do organize polls for the government. A lot of them don't come out in the public. Sometimes they bring it out in the public. And I'm sure as a campaign, you have also done your own independent polling or private polling. And also, of course, you would have some polls that you rely on. Based on everything you know, based on everything you have done, if you do not think Mahama is going to win by 52.2%, what do you think is going to happen after December 7th?
Mahama is going to lose the elections on December 7th. There's no doubt about that. The MPP is winning between 145 and 150 seats in Parliament. That is not without question. Indeed, the National Democratic Congress chairman, General Mosquito himself, has sort of tried to give a subtle indication of the struggles they have when it comes to the parliamentary elections. Umaru, by midnight 7th December, the MPP will be controlling and commanding the Parliament of the Republic of Ghana, simply because the members of Parliament of the NDC have been woefully incompetent. And the MPP candidates are going to win between 145 and 150. There's no doubt about that. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is going to be John Mahama on the 7th December elections. Let me tell you, in the past 2 months, our preoccupation as a campaign has been how we can increase the margin between Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and John Mahama, so that there is no question and no debate when it comes to the win that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is going to get. And we have our own polling. I won't lie to you about that, because everything we do is guided by data. You know, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will not work blindly. And so all these commissions and all these things that Musa, and he's the only person, he's the only pollster, only person in Ghana that has done any survey on this election that is predicted a win for the. He's the only one. All the others, Outcome International, yesterday there was one, or yesterday or two, there was one from IPG, all the others, Professor Sapon, everybody is clearly saying it. I've been to the Ashanti, Western, I've been to all the 5 northern regions, I have been everywhere across the country. Take your microphone, go to the markets, do your own survey, talk to the women. There is absolutely nowhere that the former president is winning this election, let alone by that kind of ridiculous, margins. But we don't have to continue this debate. The time is here. 9 or 8 days from now, everybody will see their smoothest level. You went to sit on Peace FM or so, and said that if your predictions don't come true, you should chop off your head. Today, he's shifting his position. Ask him why. Ask him why he believes so much in his prediction, but he cannot stick his neck out of the window for that. Because he knows it. He knows that what he is doing is just a hatchet job. This same man predicted 70% for John Mahama about 6 months ago. 70%. This same man predicted 99% for John Mahama at Uforukrum about a month ago. So, I mean, we are just wasting airtime discussing a completely biased poster. It's like allowing Miracles to put out a report and spending all the time to debate it, when I am actually doing it for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. That's exactly what Musa Dankwa is doing. There is no difference between Musa Dankwa and Miracles when it comes to political biases. He's NDC John Mahama. I am Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, MPP.
So you are confident you would at least have 145 seats in Parliament, but you haven't given me the percentage win for Dr. Bawumia based on all your analysis for presidential election.
They're giving the number of seats is not an absolute percentage. That's why I said between 145 and 150. I will not put out the percentage that our polling is telling us when it comes to the presidential. What our focus on. But
why? Is that not a bigger picture? That's a bigger one, isn't it?
Because we are not so happy with the margin. We want it to be bigger. So you wait. Let's finish our job. Maybe on Thursday or Wednesday next week, I'll give it to you. But then we would have done a lot more to increase that margin.
Someone would say that your percentage is similar to Musa Dankwa's and you're afraid to announce it.
You can keep it that way for now. Let's focus on the work.
Thank you for speaking to us, sir. And I hope the campaign is going well.
Absolutely. I mean, today the vice president is in OT region to finish up the 2 regions there. He will be heading back, and then we'll do a few more Greater Accra, and then he'll head to the Ashanti region, and then back to the north and back to Ashanti. He'll be doing a couple of whistle stops across the regions, and then there'll be a few rallies happening across the regions before we culminate it with the national rally.
When is the final national rally? Where would it be?
Most like definitely in Greater Accra. Yes, definitely in Greater Accra.
Very well. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you, Maru.
That's Dennis Miracles Aboagye. He's Director of Communication of the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia campaign.